Social Democrats are winning elections across the country by promising free government-run social programs. Republicans are screaming socialism. Establishment Democrats are in shock. Somebody is stealing their lunch money. But does it mean that the voters finally found a party with real solutions? Or there is something else and much deeper is going on with our country? Let's investigate. I'm Sasha. For 30 years, I worked as a tax professional and a business consultant. On this channel, we investigate the public policies to see if they work. Because anyone can have opinion, but investigation must have evidence. To start investigation, we have to understand what is going on in general. Across the country, people are struggling. Even though we're working harder, we don't get the services we deserve. The life is not getting simpler and easier. We work more but get less. From the other side, establishment politicians do not talk about real problems. And that's where the Social Democrats coming in. They're offering a simple, easy to understand platform. They say, listen, free education, free healthcare, government will run all the social programs, yet will allow citizens to have enterprises, to have own assets, to be entitled on profit, to have own apartments, and so forth. So they're offering a hybrid where the government runs social programs, but from the other side, it allows private enterprise and private ownership. So we need to analyze, investigate, can it actually work? Because it sounds very logical and promising. It's not for nothing that the voters are electing Social Democrats. So let's investigate two major proposals from the Social Democrats. Number one is the healthcare. Proposing healthcare, Social Democrats injecting a very special nuance. They say that the healthcare is a human right. And when they say that, people like you and me, we cannot argue with that, because if a person is bleeding, we cannot simply pass this person by and let him bleed. We will show our compassion, our humanity, and take care of this person. But from the other side, on our planet, we have about 8 billion people, and potentially 80% of total population needs food or healthcare. Will we help all the people on our planet? At least, let's say, $10 per month per person. It will be $120 only per person per year, but it will be $700-something billion a year. Can we take this charge? Obviously not. But you say, this is all around the world. We live in United States and we should take care of the people in the United States. Fair enough. Will we provide a health care for illegal immigrants or undocumented immigrants? There are 20 million here or about. And if we use statistics from Medicare and Medicaid services, the cost per one person in the United States for healthcare is about $16,500. If we use that number and provide services for 20 million people, it will be around $330 billion to include undocumented immigrants to the healthcare. Do we have that money or not? I don't think we have enough money to do that. Plus, potentially other people finding out that we are offering free healthcare, they will come from different countries to the United States. But Social Democrats don't talk about mathematics or economics. They say, look, in Europe, Nordic countries like Sweden, Finland, Norway, They have free universal care run by the government. Why can't we in the United States have the same? This is a valid argument. Let's investigate. Can we mathematically, economically, financially fund government-run healthcare program? Per same Centers of Medicaid and Medicare Services of the United States, they tell us that in 2025, total amount spent for health services for each person in America, what it includes payment out of the pocket, Medicare and Medicaid payments, insurance payments from personal and corporate. So all payments from different sources for health service in the United States was $5.7 trillion in 2025. For the same year, 2025, the US Treasury reported that they collected approximately $5.3 trillion in revenue. What it is, it's taxes from corporations, individuals, tariffs, all kind of streams of revenue. Do you see the gap between how much we need to spend and how much we actually collect as the United States government? What it means if we shut down the military, close all the roads, do not spend for any education, anything, we still need $500 billion more to fund healthcare services. So it's not financially or mathematically possible unless we will change the way we live and we will just fund by taxing ourselves more as they do in Norway or in Finland or in Sweden. They have value-added tax. It's like a sales tax from 15% to 25% on food and other items. Plus they have extra payroll taxes, other fees, not to compare to ours. So they taxing themselves in order to fund their free healthcare, because it's not free, it's differently paid. Are you ready to change the way of your life to gamble on will it work better or not? Because the question becomes not that it's free or not, because you will pay differently. The question will be, can the government better run healthcare system? I'm not sure about that. Let's investigate the other program that the Social Democrats are telling us, which is education. Again, they tell us that this is a right for people to have higher education. I don't know about that, but let's say it's true. We ask an investigative question. Who's gonna pay for it? Because we didn't ask that question in the previous investigative point. For example, if there are people who don't drink, don't smoke, don't do drugs, exercise, doing preventive care, why would those people who are living with the discipline will pay the same as people who potentially don't care about that? Let's think about this. Also, with the education, let's say I want to go and educate myself to be an attorney. I go for 2 years, 5 years, and somewhere I understand attorney is not my thing. I want to be a dentist. I go for free to study dentistry. And then maybe I change my mind and decide to be somebody else. So how many times do I get to enter to the free higher education? And for how many years I can do that education? And who's gonna pay for it? Those people who will work for that 10, 20, 50 years while I will be educated myself in the idea that Social Democrats are telling us that educated people will contribute largely to the society. So I'm not sure how many years Social Democrats thinking that people can have for education in their lifetime. From the other side, let's say, fair enough, we need educated people and we have to pay for them. Okay, how about show us as an example that this free education, government-run education will work better than what we have now. Our K-12 program, which is totally run by the government, is one of the worst within the development countries. And our higher education is one of the best in the world. Students are coming from different countries and paying higher tuition to get our United States higher education degree. So why are we fixing something that doesn't have to be fixed and not fixing what needs to be fixed? Where is the evidence? Again, ideas are good, but we are talking on this channel about evidences. Where is the evidence that the government actually can run better, at least in the example of education? So let's see what our investigation found. We have three major things. Number one, yes, the problems in our country are real. Americans are struggling, working harder, but getting less, and we don't see anybody bringing solutions. Number two, the Social Democrats trying to answer the call. They are presenting solutions which do not make any sense mathematically, economically, and financially. But the most crucial finding is number three. Even though Social Democrats presenting some kind of a myth, people still are voting for them. Now we are ready to conclude our investigation. Let's have a verdict. If you remember, at the beginning of this video, I asked why the Social Democrats are winning. And the answer is simple. Social Democrats didn't find any answers, but the voters rewarding Social Democrats because they're talking to the pain of American people. They're rewarded for simply to hear our problems, acknowledging our problems, and that's the key. In my book, The Purple Vision, I present ideas of how to resolve illegal immigration, healthcare, rising cost, but I will talk about that in the different videos. In the different videos, we want to analyze what Republicans are offering, what Democrats are offering. That's important to hear solutions. So if you believe that America deserves policies that actually work, join the conversation. Subscribe for this channel. One person can be ignored, but it's hard to ignore the community. Facts over the party, solutions over politics. Thank you for watching. Take care.